Hello, I would like to talk today about dairy cattle welfare, and what I am going to do basically is to divide my talk into two different sections. First, I would like to introduce the topic by answering three questions, and then I would like to illustrate the importance of animal welfare using examples from a number of different areas of problems. So let's get started then with the general introduction to the topic. And I said I would like to answer three questions. The first question is, what is animal welfare? And clearly we do have several definitions of animal welfare, but regardless of the definition we choose to use, we have to remember that animal welfare includes three different elements. So let me illustrate that with the blackboard here. One of the elements would be what we call the physical aspects of animal welfare, and that refers basically to health, understood as the absence of disease and injury. It also refers to feeding. And finally, it refers as well to physical and thermal comfort. So these would be the physical aspects of animal welfare, the first element of the concept. Then we have a second element, which is the behavior of the animals. And we know that to be in a good welfare state, animals, dairy cows in this particular case, need to be able to perform a number of highly motivated behaviors. And finally, we have the last but perhaps the most important element of animal welfare, which are the emotions of the animals. And this means that to be in a good welfare state, animals should be free from chronic fear, from pain and distress. So this is the concept. How can we assess the welfare of dairy cows? Well, we have to assess the welfare by looking at a number of different indicators, and these include looking at the behavior of the animals, looking at clinical signs, looking at the production of the cows, and perhaps looking at some physiological parameters as well. And finally, my last introductory question, why all this is important? Why is animal welfare important? Well, first of all, I think it's important for an ethical reason. We have a duty of care towards the animals we are responsible for. Secondly, we know that as we guarantee the welfare of the animals, their production, the fertility, their health, are improved as well. So welfare goes hand in hand with economic profit. And finally, we live in a changing society, and consumers in a number of different countries demand that animals are kept as humanely as possible. So we have ethics, we have public opinion, and we have economics. Now, to round up this a little bit, let me illustrate the different aspects of dairy cattle welfare using three examples, three welfare problems. One relates to this first element, the physical aspects, and in particular to comfort, to physical comfort. We know that for dairy cows it is very important that they are able to rest for a significant period of time every day, roughly between 11 and 12 hours per day. So allowing animals to do that by providing a comfortable resting space is an important requisite for welfare. The second example relates to emotions, and in particular to pain. We know that pain is a major welfare issue, and pain can be caused by medical conditions such as mastitis and lameness. Both are major welfare problems, and pain can be caused as well by a number of husbandry practices. So we know that the spadding and the honing are painful, so providing adequate treatment, adequate strategies to prevent pain when we perform those practices is an important requisite for welfare. And finally, my last example refers to the third element of welfare, behavior. And within this, a very important element is good animal-human relationship, so good stockmanship. Probably many of you have experienced when you go to visit farms that on some farms cows are not afraid of people, whereas on some other farms cows are more afraid of people. We know two important things about this. One is that the difference is basically due to the quality of stockmanship, the way we handle animals, the way we approach to the cows. That has an effect on their reaction towards humans, on whether they are afraid of humans. And the second thing we know is that fear of humans has a major negative impact not only on the welfare of the cows, but also on their productivity. So just to conclude, to sum up, this is an example of what I said at the beginning. Welfare is important for ethical reasons. Those are clearly the most fundamental ones, but it is also important because good welfare goes hand in hand with good economic profit. So thank you very much indeed.
Bayer. Science for a better life.